London, early 1300s. You had a name once. Thomas, a tradesman. Nothing important. The debt was small. You barely remembered it. Until someone wrote your name down. They came for you at night. No trial. No explanation. You thought you'd be back by morning. You never were. And now there's only one rule left. Don't stay inside for 3 days. Because after that, something changes. Not your body, your mind. And most never make it past that point. Hands guide you forward and you don't resist. Not because you can't, but because it already feels pointless. The space ahead is narrow, stone pressing in from both sides. The air shifts first, colder, heavier, harder to breathe. Then you're inside. The movement stops. The door begins to close behind you, slow, heavy, deliberate. The sound is low, grinding against stone, and it stays with you longer than it should. You wait, expecting it to stop. It doesn't. The corridor, the night, everything outside disappears without warning. What you were before this moment doesn't follow you in. At first, it seems like a room, small, contained, simple, but your eyes don't adjust, not fully. The darkness clings to the corners, shifting at the edges of your vision. You reach out, trying to find the walls. Your fingers press against cold stone, damp and uneven. You follow it, step by step, expecting to understand the size. It doesn't help. The space still feels wrong. Larger than it should be, deeper than it looks. The floor beneath you is wet. Cold rises through your feet, slow and constant. The air barely moves. Each breath feels stale, like it has already been used. Time doesn't move the way it should. There is no light to follow, no sound to divide it. You try to count, to hold on to something stable, but the numbers slip almost immediately. Sometimes it feels like an hour has passed. Nothing changes. The air, the darkness, the silence, all the same. Then suddenly, time collapses. You're not sure how long you've been standing still, or if you ever moved at all. Your mind returns to the same place again and again. The debt, the name, the moment it stopped being yours. You search for the point where this could have been avoided. But the more you think, the less certain it becomes that there ever was one. No one explains what happens next, because there is nothing to explain. London is crowded, tens of thousands packed inside walls too small to hold them. People come and go every day. Names are lost just as easily. You were one of them, a tradesman with a small debt, nothing worth remembering, until someone decided it was. There is no proper court for this, no hearing waiting for you. In places like this, men don't get processed, they get removed, quietly, without record. You begin to understand what that means. No one is looking for you, and no one is coming. At some point, you hear it, a voice, quiet, close, too clear to ignore. You stop moving, you listen. It sounds familiar, but you can't place it. For a moment, you think it's real. Another prisoner, someone in the next cell. You remember the chains you heard earlier, the metal dragging against stone? Men were kept like that for days, sometimes longer. You wait for the voice to come again. It doesn't. The silence returns. Then you notice the walls. Lines cut into the stone, uneven, scratched by hand. Marks left by someone who was here before you. You hear the voice again, closer now, not outside. You don't turn. You already understand. There is no one there. The thoughts don't stop anymore. They repeat. The same moment, the same mistake, over and over. You try to focus on something else. The floor, the wall, the marks in the stone. Some are just lines. Others form shapes. You follow them with your fingers, slowly, as if they might mean something. Some prisoners carved prayers, others counted days, many never finished. In places like this, men weren't always questioned immediately. Sometimes they were left alone first. No contact, no answers. Days without a word. It was enough. You begin to understand why. The longer you stay, the less control you have over where your thoughts go. And eventually, they stop feeling like yours at all. Your body begins to fail in ways you can't ignore. The cold never leaves. Stone holds it, feeds it back into you. There's no fire here, no warmth. Just damp air rising from the ground and settling into your bones. Food comes rarely. When it does, it's barely enough. A piece of coarse bread, sometimes nothing at all. Water is worse, stale. Sitting too long in wooden buckets, you drink it anyway. You have to. In places like this, prisoners weren't kept alive comfortably. Just enough to last. Just enough to wait. Your strength fades slowly, but steadily. And with it, the ability to think clearly. At some point, you stop trusting what you see. The darkness doesn't stay still anymore. It moves slowly at the edges of your vision. You think it's your eyes adjusting. It isn't. Something shifts near the floor. Small, quick rats. You hear them first, scratching between the stones, drawn by whatever food was left behind. Sometimes they come close enough to feel. Then light appears. Brief, flickering, a torch passing somewhere beyond the corridor. It never reaches you. It only reminds you how deep the darkness is. Shadows stretch and twist across the walls, forming shapes that don't hold. You watch them too long, and after a while, you stop being sure which movements are real. You're not the only one here. You realize it slowly, not by seeing them, but by hearing them. A movement in the dark, breathing that isn't yours, chains shifting somewhere close. In places like this, prisoners were often kept in separate cells, but never far apart. Close enough to hear, not close enough to speak. Sometimes you catch a whisper, a word, broken, unclear. It doesn't repeat. You wait for it anyway. Then silence again. You begin to notice something else. No one calls out. No one asks for help. And after a while, you understand why. Whatever happens here, it takes that from you first. At some point, your name stops mattering. You try to hold on to it at first. Thomas. You repeat it silently, as if that's enough to keep it real. But it begins to fade. Not suddenly. Gradually. Like everything else here. You stop thinking of who you were. The trade, the street, the people you knew. They feel distant, almost unreal. In places like this, men weren't just held. They were separated from everything that defined them. No contact, no recognition, no one speaking their name. And without that, something begins to slip. You are still here, still breathing, but less of you remains with each passing moment. When the door finally opens, it doesn't feel sudden. You hear it before you see it. Metal shifting, the same slow movement as before. This time, it doesn't stay in your head. It reaches you. Light enters first, weak, unstable. It hurts your eyes more than you expect. Hands follow, the same as before, guiding you forward. You don't resist, you don't ask anything. In places like this, prisoners were often brought out only when they were ready, not physically. Mentally, you step forward without hesitation. Whatever happens next no longer feels uncertain, because something has already changed. Им не нужно было ломать тебя здесь. Это уже произошло. В таких местах все начиналось не с силы, а с тишины, изоляции, времени. К тому моменту, когда тебя выводили, сопротивляться было уже нечем. Ни вопросов, ни отказа. Только реакция. Башня никогда не предназначалась для того, чтобы держать тебя. Она предназначалась, чтобы изменить тебя. Убрать все, что делало сопротивление возможным. И когда это исчезало, больше ничего не требовалось.